knife through butter. Or was it the other way round? Ross licked his lips and looked into the middle distance. This deadly winking, sniggering, snuggling, chromium-plated, scent-impregnated, luminous, quivering, giggling, fruit-flavoured, mincing, ice-covered heap of mother love, he recited. That's Cassandra for you, sheer genius. Aye, girlie, have you ever tried your hand at writing something like that? You ought, you know. The chap who typed that got sued, and his newspaper, and his editor. Are you suggesting we put that kind of stuff in the Riviera Express, Mr. Ross? The chief sub suddenly found something more interesting to occupy his time. Just then a heavy, thudding noise proclaimed the approach of Rudyard Rees, bewhiskered editor of the Riviera Express, stalking down the office in his heavy brogue shoes. You could tell that he, too, had yet to catch the Christmas spirit. "Where on earth is everybody?" he snarled, though he knew perfectly well they were all off doing their last-minute shopping and his newsroom was a wasteland. "Where is my so-called chief reporter, Miss Dim?" "She went off with her handbag," said Betty disloyally. "Didn't say where." "Anything in the diary for her?" "No," said Betty even more disloyally. In fact, Miss Dimont had told her before lunch, "I'm going over to Wistman's Hotel to see Mrs. Phipps. Back much later," meaning opening time. The news-gathering was over for this week, after all. "Well, I've just had a call from Sir Frederick's office. He's giving a constituency workers' party and wants someone to cover it. Says his secretary forgot to send the invitation." "That'll mean the Western Daily Press turned him down. He always favours them." "Urgh," said the editor, who hated his more powerful daily rival. "Anyway, Judy knows him. I don't." "It'll have to be you, Betty. It's on in an hour. Take that young Skinner fellow along with you." "I thought you said politics was beyond me," said Betty, trying to get a rise out of her boss. 6 o'clock, Con Club." Rees stumped back up the deserted newsroom. There were days when he barely held control of his newspaper, and his best response to the doubters was to retreat into the office and slam the door. That showed them. "Better slip on your party frock," drawled Ross over his shoulder. "Sir Fred likes a pretty girl, you ken." He's 75 if he's a day, thought Betty with a shudder. On the other hand, there were always young people eager to get on in politics hanging around his office, and the party was sure to be fun. It solved the pens and lens problem, too. "I'm going to make the crocheted Madonna the New Year quiz," she said decisively, as she picked up her handbag from the desk and headed for the cloakroom. "Aye, you would, uttered Ross, shaking his head and talking to his desk. If only he could pop out now for a quick drink with old Swaff and Cassandra in the old jawbones. What things they'd have to say to each other. "He did the most unspeakable things with animals," sighed Mrs. Phipps, flipping ash into her coffee and throwing her ancient eyes up to the ceiling. "Quite reprehensible. We had to send him away." Judy Dimont, runaway chief reporter and possibly one of the most accomplished journalists in the West Country, with her sizzling shorthand, rat-a-tat-tat typing, and fearless interview technique, turned to face the old Gaiety girl. She'd driven out to join her friend for lunch, but now, looking out of the window and watching the snow crawl up the glass with quite alarming speed, she began to realise her chances of escape from Dartmoor were diminishing by the minute. "Your son-in-law, Geraldine, Guy, what did you do with him in the end?" "Bundled him off to Tangier, with just enough money to keep him away." "Ah, yes, I remember now. They don't care how they treat their animals there. Beat their donkeys to death, then eat them. Or is it the other way round?" "Did it do him any good?" "It's a hard life when you have no money," said Mrs. Phipps, looking round for a waiter. "Herding donkeys. Anyway, it prepared him for the jail sentence. Shocking for a mother to discover what a contemptible beast her daughter had married. Oh, he had it coming." They were sitting at an upstairs window of Wistman's Hotel, and the light was fading fast. Inside, the room was suffused with a magical glow from the fire, the candles,